Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you this 2021 Mercedes-Benz GT53 AMG. This one has a good amount of packages. It does have a beautiful red seats, parking assistant package, and it does have the acoustic comfort package, and it does have the AMG line package. But let me go ahead and show you all the features this one has. Under the hood, they're going to be a 3.0 turbocharged i6 that is connected to a 9-speed automatic transmission. This engine produces 429 horses and 384 pound-feet of torque. Fuel economy numbers are 20 in the city, 25 highway, and 22 combined. Here is the MSRP sticker of this GT53. If you guys are curious about the packages this one has, just go ahead and pause the video. It does have a ton of packages, and the price on this one is $115,000. If you guys are curious about the color is called Graphite Gray Metallic, and honestly it looks phenomenal on this Mercedes-Benz. It's a $750 option, and the price on this one is $115,000 with all the packages this one has, and I believe they start around $89,000. But seriously, this thing looks very aggressive, and I just love the way how it looks. On the hood, the sidelines are nice and aggressive. The front two, they're not too aggressive, but they are the middle section of the hood is actually lifted a little bit high, and it does look nice and aggressive from the inside of this, from the driver's seat of this GT53. And seriously, the design of this Mercedes-Benz looks amazing. You could get a 43, 53, and you could get a 63. This one is the 53. And again, guys, the front end of this Mercedes-Benz just looks amazing. For the headlights, it does have Mercedes-Benz multi-beam LED headlight. Everything is LED, which is expected, of course. And the turn signal indicators and the daytime running light are in the same spot. And on the right, there's going to be an AMG badge and some sensors, and of course Mercedes-Benz badge in the middle. It does serve as the sensor for the safety features, and in the bottom there are going to be some parking sensors. And the bottom portion of the bumper is going to be open for some air, and I'm not a big fan of this flat black. I think they should have made it functional, but they're going to be this gloss black piece right here. I think that looks very good, but again, I really wish that this right here was functional. But other than that, everything looks good. By the way, this one has the surround camera system, so there's a camera in the front, and the bottom portion of the bumper is nice and aggressive. And overall, I think this thing looks phenomenal in person. Well, let's go ahead and move to the side of this GT53, and I'll show you how it looks like from the side. Here is a side view of this GT53, and this thing looks really nice from the side. It looks like a spaceship. And the first thing I'm noticing actually is how thin or slim the glass is. There's barely any glass, so the doors are like high, and there is just barely any glass, but it's honestly not too bad sitting inside. It's not like you can't see anything sitting inside of this GT53. The visibility is very good, and it's nice and bright inside. For the rims, I love the design of those rims. They look very good. The front rims are 265 40 20s, and the back ones are 295 35 20s, and I just love the way how those rims look like. I think Mercedes-Benz did a great job with the design of those rims. I think there's a good amount of rims that you could choose from, but those rims look very good. Probably over the video that they don't look as good, but standing in front of this, I think they look very good. This one, by the way, has a sunroof, and it is part of a package. And on the mirror, they're going to be a turn signal indicator, and they're going to be a camera right underneath the mirror for the surround, for the 360 camera that this GT53 has. And on the fender, they're going to be a fake vent, which I'm not a big fan of, and they're going to be a 4MATIC badge with 4MATIC Plus badge. Tell you that this one has the 4MATIC Plus, which is a better system than the normal 4MATIC that Mercedes-Benz uses. Here is the back of this GT53, and honestly, from this angle, it looks very nice. And it does have a sloping roof design, since this is a coupe. And on the trunk, there's going to be a retractable spoiler that looks very good when it's up. AMG badge all the way to the left, GT53 all the way to the right, Mercedes-Benz in the middle, of course, and there are going to be some sensors in the bottom, reflectors right underneath those or right next to those sensors, there's going to be a fake vent. I'm not a big fan of the way of the fact that it's fake, but it does look actually very good. And for the exhaust tips are not connected to the exhaust pipe. For an AMG, I really wish they were connected, but I do still think that they look very good. They're finished in gloss black since it does have the AMG 9 package. Diffuser look very nice and sharp. I wish it was a tiny bit more aggressive, but I think it looks very good. Or maybe I wish it had more of those lines, like maybe in the middle. It would have been, or would have looked a little bit more aggressive, but overall I think this thing looks very good. And nice and sharp from the back. Here is a key. Feels nice and solid, and it looks very good. It does have 4 buttons on it: lock, unlock, trunk release, panic button. AMG is going to be written in the bottom. To open the hatch or the trunk, there are going to be 3 ways: one on the key, one on where the license plate is, and one inside this AMG. It does have a hatch design, so the trunk opens this way. And seriously, this thing has a ton of space inside, and the hatch opens very quick. There's going to be a light, a red light right there, LED light right there, and there are going to be 2 buttons, one to close and one to close and lock the car. And it does have Permeister sound system, LED light to the left and another one to the right. And seriously guys, there's just a ton of space here. There's going to be a 12 volt right here, and overall there's just a ton of space. And let me go ahead and show you what's underneath. There's going to be a tiny bit of storage place with this box. I think this is part of a package on this GT53, but right underneath there's barely any space. But I just love the fact that the back of, or the trunk of this GT53 is massive. Here is the door panel, and the door panel looks amazing. This one is finished in the red pepper Napa leather seats, and this red just looks honestly amazing. This top portion right here is wrapped in leather. It is nice and smooth. There's going to be brushed aluminum right here, and there's going to be some red stitching right here. My camera is having a hard time focusing, but seriously, this leather looks very good. The armrest is nice and soft, and window switches and door controls, mirror controls, everything looks good. Door locks right here. The door handle feels very light for some reason. I really wish it was a tiny bit heavy. You'll have the memory seats right here. Seat controls. It does have heated and cold seats, and you could control the right seat. So you could click this button and you could control the right seat. Could move it back, front, and my camera is having a hard time focusing for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why. Permeister sound system, and in the bottom there's going to be a good amount of storage place right here for a sports car. There's going to be the trunk release button, a light in the bottom, and this is not plastic, this is actually soft, so that's very nice, and that's expected for a $115,000 car. AMG door sill, and you will have the lumbar support on the seat, on the side of the seat. And seriously, those red seats look very, very nice. And by the way, this AMG lights up at night. It's part of a package, so basically everything on this car is part of a package. Alright, so here is the interior of this 2021 Mercedes-Benz GT53. I really wish I could rev this more, but there's people around, so I don't want to scare anyone. And since this is a brand new car, I really don't want to push the gas too hard. But anyways, steering wheel looks amazing, wrapped in leather of course, which is expected for Mercedes-Benz. Flat bottom design, that looks amazing. AMG is going to be written in the bottom, brushed aluminum, phenomenal. And it does have the AMG drive unit. You can control the modes from this switch right here: individual, comfort, and everything will get displayed on the screen. Sport Plus and Sport. And Sport Plus, the exhaust valves open up and this thing just sounds so good. Let me see if I could rev it one more time. And the pops and crackles are amazing on this AMG. By the way, when it's driving, it sounds much better than when it's idling. So yeah, this thing sounds just much better when it's moving. On the left, they're going to be those controls right here to control the left screen. So click on home and then you could toggle through menus. Same thing for the right screen. Click home and you could just swipe your finger on top of this black sensor and that will take you to places. Phone controls on the right with the volume controls. On the left, they're going to be the cruise controls. Paddle shifters are nice and big and they honestly sound amazing. And on the right, there is no gear shifter. The gear shifter is actually located on the middle console in this GT53. On the left, they're going to be the turn signal controls with the wiper controls, and right underneath the wiper controls and the turn signal controls are going to be this. This will control the steering wheel, so you could push it up, down, move it towards you, push it all the way in. So this is the control for the steering wheel. And on the left, they're going to be the headlight controls, brightness control, electronic e-brake is going to be all the way in the bottom. Up here, there are going to be two screens. The right screen is 12.3 and the left one is 12.3. The resolution is amazing and you could change the gauges if you want to. Click back home and then go to design and display, and you could basically choose from few gauges. So I love that, and as I told you guys, the resolution is very good. By the way, here is the backup camera. Let me go ahead and show it to you. It does have the 360 and the resolution quality is perfect, and you could change the modes or change basically the views. Front facing camera, you will have the front but nice and wide, and seriously, this thing is beautiful. Screen is massive, or the screens I should say, they're massive, and resolution is amazing. They're going to be some gloss black trim right here inside of this AMG that honestly look very good. Brushed aluminum trim right underneath that gloss black. Vents look amazing. There's going to be a vent right there, and the surrounding of it is going to be finished in gloss black, and the red stitching is on the dash, the doors, and it continues all the way back there. It just looks very nice. And as I told you guys, the steering wheel honestly looks amazing. Flat bottom design, and I love Mercedes-Benz drive unit buttons. I believe they are $200 option or a $400 option, either one of those. Coming down, climate controls are super easy to use, just like any new Mercedes-Benz's. A menu button that will take you straight to the menu of the climate control, and then you'll have the temperature controls right here on the left and right, and they're going to be on auto function, fan speed, sync mode, AC, and the temperature for the passenger. Down here, they're going to be two USB-Cs, 112 volt, and they're going to be two cup holders. You could actually remove this right here if you want to. And there is an okay storage place, or I should say an okay size cup holders. I really wish they were a tiny bit bigger, but again, this is a GT53, so that's fine. There are going to be a few buttons right here. They're touch sensitive buttons, so you could, let me go ahead and zoom out and show you what I mean. You could just swipe your fingers and then that happens. Super responsive, and I love it. You could click on the basically it's a whole button, but it's a touch sensitive button, and you could go through the camera. You could actually control the pad to go up and down, or you could control this using this sensor. Those buttons right here on the left and right, those are not touch sensitive buttons. They're actual buttons, but they have built-in LCD screens inside of them. So you click it, it changes the modes. You could control the suspension, traction control right here, and then you'll have the exhaust, so you could open up the exhaust valves. It does have the retractable spoiler. The engine shut off is right here, and it does have a volume button right here, or switch. And here is a mode selector, so you could change the modes from this switch right here, or you could use this. And seriously, this is amazing. I love the way how it looks. And here is the shifter that will control the 9-speed automatic transmission in this AMG. To put it in reverse, just go ahead and hit the brake and move it to the front. That's reverse. It does activate the backup camera. Put it in neutral, just push it very light to the back, and that's neutral. Push it hard to the back, and that will put it in drive. And this brushed aluminum piece right here just looks honestly amazing. The red looks really nice. This is padded, but lightly padded. I really wish it was padded a tiny bit more, but that's fine. And to put it in park, just go ahead and click on this button, and that puts this GT53 AMG in park. Inside there is an okay space. It feels a little bit deeper over the camera, but it's honestly not too deep in person. It's just because my camera is on the wide view angle. It does have one USB-C inside, and yeah, as I said, so it's not too deep. I really wish it was a tiny bit deeper or bigger, but it's no big deal. Here is a rear view mirror. It's nice and frameless, and I love the fact that it's not too bulky or too small or too big. Some lights right underneath this mirror. Mercedes-Benz does that on their cars, so I'm pretty sure those lights are very nice and bright at night. More lights right here, and they're going to be this button right here, or switch, to open the sunroof. It does open nice and quick, and they're going to be more buttons up here. They're going to be some buttons to turn on or off the lights right underneath the mirrors, and this main light switch. This button will turn on the back lights. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you the spoiler from the inside, just so you guys see how it looks like. So that's all the way up, and that's down. And that's how it looks like from the rear view mirror. Here is a visor. It is finished in Alcantara/suede, and it does have a mirror inside of it, LED light, and it does have a card holder right here, and feels nice and solid, which is expected, of course. And it does extend, by the way. Here is the back door panel. Top portion right here is wrapped in leather. It's nice and soft. Red stitching on the black and black on the red, so that looks good. Gloss black trim, that looks amazing, honestly. And brushed aluminum right underneath it. Burmeister sound system, and door handle is the same. It feels the same as the front. Window switch in the back. This is nice and soft, and the bottom is actually padded. It's not plastic, just like the front. And a good amount of storage place. A light in the back, and those seats, the back seats, are amazing, honestly. For some reason they feel a little bit more aggressive than the front, but seriously, they look very, very nice, and I'm pretty sure they hug you in place very good. They feel nice and soft. Some Alcantara on them right here inside, and those lines right here in the middle, those are finished in suede. Everything looks very good. Red stitching here in the back. Good amount of storage place. 2 USBs here. There is no armrest, but those 2 cup holders right here, they do actually serve as cup holders, but you could unlock this and you could remove this, and you could use it as a storage place if you don't want to use it as cup holders, which I think that is very smart for Mercedes-Benz. So good job, Mercedes-Benz. And right here, they're going to be 2 AC vents, and they're going to be a 12-volt USB, and they're going to be a 115-volt outlet. And here is how the front looks like. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys are interested in this beautiful 2021 GT53, make sure to come and see Michael here at Mercedes-Benz in North Haven, Connecticut. And I would actually like to thank them for letting me come and film this beautiful GT53. If you guys are around, make sure to come and check them out. I'm going to go ahead and put the information and link in the bottom of this video. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe, and as always, I'll see you next time.